What's up, yo? So here I am again on another lovely day when I missed my last recording. It's a Sunday, and I am working, so once again I may not be paying attention to the camera, but I'm here to talk to you about my life. Because I am the most interesting man in my life. Probably the world. Probably not the world. So yeah, yesterday was eventful. I was gonna record a video and something happened that I'll get to. Before that, ran around, had some lunch with the family, took Becca to a birthday party with a couple little kids. She got to go roller skating for the first time and hang out with one of her good friends, the daughter of a girl that I grew up with, and has always kind of been a very close family friend, just like her dad was. So it's kind of cool to see my daughter and her daughter getting along so well after we grew up together. After that, we ran around, took Blake to candy store up here. I bought some cigarettes, candy cigarettes, very popular for me. And I just kind of had a good day as a family. About, I don't know, my neighbor texted me probably 7 o'clock-ish sometime, maybe a little later than that, maybe a little earlier, and said he smelled gas in his kitchen and asked if we smelled gas in our kitchen. We didn't smell any gas in our kitchen, and but we had smelled some outside, and I kept meaning to call the non-emergency police number, and I just kept putting it off. So when he called and told us that, they smelled gas, I looked up the number finally and wasn't going to get sidetracked. And I got it called in, and they treated it like a slightly bigger emergency than I did. I guess from working with safety and at different companies, I understand, the concern for gas, and we didn't think it was us. It ended up being us. And so we called them out, and when I called, they asked us to get everyone outside, and don't light anything, don't have any sparks, stuff like that, kind of standard stuff you may not necessarily think about, but once you're told it, you go, okay, I get it. So we're waiting outside, and they pull up, and we had at least 3 fire trucks, possibly 4 giant fire trucks, and 2 Suburbans who are typically the police captain, or I'm sorry, the fire department captain, or something like that blocked off our road. So once fire truck's on a road, you're not allowed to drive on it. I don't know if that's a standard thing or just up here. We've seen them do it multiple times. So yeah, they came out and found out where the leak was and shut off the gas, and Emily and Blake left for a while, and I stayed here waiting on the gas company and the fire department, talked to them, and let me tell you, I don't know if all fire people are as friendly and polite, but I just stood there and chit-chatted with the head firefighter and some of his other firemen that were with him. And we just talked about, COVID and how it affected them, and, kind of life in Beloit and how it's a small world. We end up knowing a lot of the same people. I think they were getting cold. I was outside in flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt, and I think they were getting cold in their full fire suit, because they're like, oh, go back inside, just relax, we'll come and get you, and then they all went back in the truck. So I think they're a little cold, but super friendly. I offered them drinks and bathroom, coffee, whatever they needed. I was there to help. I appreciated them coming out. But it was nice to see someone like that and just talk to them. It's not something I ever really did, something that was never me. So it's kind of nice. And I partially chalk it up to these videos. I don't hold on to secrets. I don't hold on to a lot of stuff. I pretty much share what I do. I there's very little I don't share with you guys. Um, so yeah, there was a lot of excitement. Alliance was cool. They were out here till about 11:30. They had to dig the gas line out and then fix it. So they had truck spotlight, and they had a portable spotlight, and the area all illuminated. And I felt bad that they're digging out my gas meter, but it looks like what happened. We had a roofer when it was really cold. To come over because there was a leak in the roof and it's going into the upstairs duplex. So he come in and we had all that ice. There's a heater on our roof because it's a flat roof. So there's a heater up there, so it's not supposed to build up, and it's not supposed to build up and cause the issues it has. Part of those issues is, it runs into our bedroom, onto the floor, back by the wall. After that kind of happened, I had to call them, and they cut out some drywall and repaired that. Didn't really think much of it because the gas meter was covered in about 2 feet of ice and snow, and we didn't smell anything. So once the snow started to melt, you could finally smell it, and it sounds like it just got upstairs, and they could smell it, and good and bad timing, I guess. We finally got the fire department to come out and get it fixed. But yeah, the roofer looks like he was throwing ice off the roof and hit the line with one and just kept throwing stuff and eventually buried the gas line with the leak that we did not know about. So I called the landlord and tried to talk to him. He didn't answer. He was actually with the firefighter's daughter I was talking to at a basketball practice. Apparently he coaches her basketball team. So again, small world. He messaged me back this morning, made sure the gas was back on, but then he asked me, how did I know the roofer did it? So in my mind, the first thing I'm going is, I don't. I'm assuming the snow wasn't there before the roofer went up. It was there afterwards. You can see it's piles of giant ice chunks and snow. So I assumed, and part of that is the fire department saying that it looks like something hit it. Well, it's buried in snow and ice, so logically what hit it was probably ice. I don't know if my landlord's, was talking to the roofer and telling them what was going on, or if he was going to try to say it was something else. But that's not a concern, because I know I didn't bury in ice and snow. So yeah, we had fire department out here until late, and then Alliance left probably about midnight. We haven't had any issues since. But yeah, it was an experience last night. Laid on the couch, told them, just come in, don't worry about knocking. They were there. I wasn't too worried about anyone breaking in my house or stealing from me at that point. But, always super polite. They'd knock, make sure we were okay. I figured I'd have to turn back on the heater and the pile light. They did that, the water heater. So it was kind of nice to have them do all that. I didn't have to worry about it. And, part of it was making sure that they were good, but everything appeared to be good. He made sure the temperature was going back up before they left. And it was good. So I have no complaints with the Beloit Fire Department and Alliance, and they probably will never, ever, ever see this, but I appreciate you guys, and thank you all very much for what you did last night, and thank all what you do, because you don't think about those people very much until you need them. That was us, and I appreciate it. It's one of those things. Fire department probably gets thanked a lot because, kind of like cops and some of the other fields, it's just kind of natural to thank them for risking themselves to protect us or our community. And that was one of the things he said when I told him I didn't think it was that big a deal. He's like, oh, we've had houses blow up, so we're glad you called. So it was nice, like I said, it was good to talk to someone, good to just, hear about the community a little bit and some of that stuff, and it's all good. Watched some of the fights. I didn't buy the pay-per-view because everything was going on. Apparently my daughter's here, and she just looked at me weird. But yeah, that was my Saturday in nutshell, kind of, at Chipotle for dinner. That was pretty freaking good. Aside from that, got up this morning, started working, and that's what I'll do for another hour and a half or so. And then I'll probably, well, I know what I'm doing, hang out with kids and start homework. And I did get a call today from the Superhero Center stuff. Guy wanting to partner with us for a charity event. So it looks like we're going to do that, and I'll get up and speak and kind of go over everything. Apparently my wife's home too. What?
What's up? Oh.
You can?
I wasn't trying to interrupt.
The cat's making noise. You can too.
Yeah. This is true.
There's some female that stalks me.
Yes.
She's not going to be here for a season finale.
Every day, and I'm gonna be here.
She's not going to be here for the season finale.
That's what he thinks.
That's why I know.
No.
You're going to be killed off before then?
No.
Yep.
I'm gonna be killed off.
She
Whatever.
don't love me.
Okay. Well, I do, but that's fine. Because the right people, no, I do.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time focusing on working and doing this video today, so my apologies if I work with you and you are my old boss, or my new boss, or any boss. I'm going to shut this video off and go back to work now. Peace, much love, and be nice to each other.